The judge had already decided she was guilty before the hearing even began. Everyone in the courtroom could tell. He barely looked at the evidence, barely listened to the prosecutor. Every time the black teenager tried to speak, he interrupted her with visible annoyance. 17 years old, quiet, wearing a simple gray sweater and holding a notebook tightly against her chest. To the people watching, she didn't look dangerous, but she also didn't look important. And Judge Whitmore treated her exactly that way. This court is not a classroom, he snapped when she tried to explain something. You will answer questions directly. Yes, Your Honor, she replied calmly. That calmness irritated him, because she wasn't emotional, wasn't scared, wasn't reacting the way he expected. The prosecutor stood confidently beside the bench. We have testimony placing the defendant near the stolen exam files, he announced. Several people in the courtroom nodded immediately. The judge leaned forward. Seems straightforward enough. The teen looked up slowly. May I ask a question? The judge sighed dramatically. You may try. A few people laughed quietly. The teen opened her notebook carefully. Did the witness identify me directly? She asked. Or were they shown a single photograph before making the statement? The prosecutor froze slightly. Small reaction, but enough. The judge noticed. So now you're playing lawyer? He asked sarcastically. No, sir, she answered quietly. I'm pointing out a due process issue. Silence. The courtroom shifted uncomfortably. The prosecutor quickly stepped forward. The identification was valid. The teen nodded slowly. Then why was the original report amended 3 times? That landed hard. The prosecutor blinked. Judge Whitmore frowned immediately. What are you talking about? The teen calmly reached into her notebook and removed several printed pages. Public records request, she explained softly. The room went silent. Because suddenly, this didn't feel like a teenager defending herself anymore. This felt dangerous. The judge took the documents reluctantly. At first he skimmed them casually, then slower, then very slowly. The confidence in his face began disappearing line by line. Because the reports were real. Time-stamped edits. Changed witness descriptions. Missing signatures. One page even showed evidence entered into the system before the alleged discovery time. The prosecutor shifted nervously. That's being misunderstood. No, the teen interrupted calmly. Then she looked directly at the judge. The evidence chain was altered after my suspension. Nobody moved. Nobody even whispered. The judge looked genuinely uncomfortable now. Because she was right. And worse, she understood exactly why she was right. The teen closed her notebook softly. You already assumed I was guilty, she said quietly. So nobody expected me to check the paperwork. The words hit the courtroom like a punch. Because everybody knew it was true. The judge removed his glasses slowly. For the first time all morning, he looked uncertain. Who helped you prepare this? He asked carefully. The teenager shook her head. No one. The prosecutor's face tightened. The teen stood straighter now. Still respectful. Still calm. But completely in control. Then she said the one thing that changed the entire courtroom. You tried to frame me with inconsistent evidence, she said quietly. But you forgot one thing. The judge stared at her. What's that? The teen looked him directly in the eyes. I actually read the law. Complete silence. Heavy silence. The kind that makes people afraid to move. A woman near the back covered her mouth. Someone whispered, "Oh my God." Judge Whitmore lowered the papers slowly onto the bench. Because now every sarcastic comment sounded ugly. Every interruption. Every smirk. And the black teen he thought would fall apart under pressure had just exposed the entire case against her piece by piece like a professional attorney.